My first part-time job was washing dishes in a restaurant. It wasn't a very glamorous job, but I really wanted it because I wanted to pay for horse riding lessons. So every Saturday night I went to this restaurant and worked for maybe 5 hours every night. It was hard physical labor, but it taught me the value of money.
My first part-time job. I was living in a small town, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I worked for the Harmon Foundation, and they owned a hands-on science and math museum for children. So every day I would run a laser light show, and once I was through with that, I would give museum tours and explain the science and math background to each exhibit to adults and children. It was a lot of fun seeing kids open their eyes to mathematics and science and wanting to know more and asking questions that I couldn't answer. I really, really enjoyed that. And so I hope some of those kids that did come in to the museum, I hope they did create a future in science or mathematics.
My first part-time job was as a cashier at a supermarket. I really hated it because I had to stand on my feet for basically 8 hours a day, um, dealing with a lot of people who don't appreciate the job that we do. So I had a lot of people yelling at me for different reasons and always misunderstanding the situations. It's not a job I would go back to.
My first part-time job was working at McDonald's. Uh, when I was 15, I had a job at McDonald's, flipping burgers, doing fries, cooking, not taking orders. I enjoyed it for a while, about 2 or 3 months, but then I started losing interest in it, and after 6 months, uh, I quit the job. But it was a good job for a 15-year-old.
My first part-time job was at a bakery, and this was in New Zealand. And I was in high school then, so about 2 times a week in the weekend, like Fridays after school and Saturdays all day, I would go to the bakery and sell the bread to the customers. And then the best part about the part-time job was that at the end of the day, all the leftover bread we could take home to our families, which made my brother very, very happy.
My first part-time job was at a restaurant called Chuck E. Cheese. It's a famous restaurant in America that is for little kids. And sometimes I was a waiter, but sometimes I got to dress up as Chucky. Chucky is a big mouse. He's the character for Chuck E. Cheese. And so I would dress up in a big mouse costume and go around entertaining little kids.